The commercial success of Mother's Day. In the UK, it is Mother's Day. And it's just commercialism, really, isn't it? I've just gone straight into it today. Hello, everyone. Or the people that aren't listening. Hello. Let's face it, I still don't know if people listen, to be honest. I just think it's just things come and scrape my podcast and then just wander off. But is it really? But anyway, Mother's Day. It is Mother's Day today, so this is the Mother's Day special, like we had a Valentine's special. And we all presumably listened to The Lonely Island today, the Mother Lover song, because that's what you do on Mother's Day, isn't it? In your head. Once you've heard that song, that's it. It's going to be sitting there in the back of your head. There you go, Lonely Island. You go and listen to that. That's one from me. Sorry about that. But yeah, it's a celebration of mothers, which we've done today. I cooked a roast beef, as you do. Very middle class thing to do. Just a beef. Obviously, we have Yorkshire puddings, but we had stuffing with it. Now, I love a bit of stuffing. I love stuffing. Big fan of stuffing. But I don't normally have it with beef. But because we said we would, we had it. I'm okay with that. I burnt my carrots a bit when I was roasting them. I'm very disappointed. Rookie mistake. Put them in too early. Potatoes weren't as fluffy as I liked either. But I'm sure there's people out there, if they did listen to this podcast, would inform me the best way to do things. However, don't bother. We ate it. We were happy. Job's a good one. And that's all I can ask for in life, isn't it? With a roast dinner. You could always do better. You always think, what if? Oh, that could have been better, that could have been better. You're always hard on yourself with a roast dinner. But you enjoy it nevertheless. You always get the feeling that you're about to give birth after you've eaten because you've eaten so much, it hurts internally. Not that I know what that feels like, because obviously I've never given birth. I am male, obviously, as we discussed previously. Because obviously I am a real man, not a fake one. So yeah, not made out of parts or anything like that. Not found in shop windows. But yeah, so yeah, it's nice to have a roast dinner every now and then. I feel like I've had my vegetables for a week. That's the main thing, isn't it? Bit of vegetable, bit of health. Even though I roasted the crap out of it all. But anyway, doesn't matter. We're all good. We're all on a roll, aren't we? We're on a roll. Mother's Day, celebrating the ladies. Women's Week, then Mother's Day. What more could you ask for? So yeah, and I sent my mum some flowers, which was nice. Because it is special for her. But you do have to remember your mum. But that's because she's the one who's put all the work in, really, hasn't she? Unless, maybe not. So yeah, that's just the way it goes. So there we are. We talked about Mother's Day, commercialism. That's commercialism for you. I do feel like it is commercial. I went to Tesco's because obviously, to be honest, I go to Tesco's quite a bit because it's round the corner. So I'm not going to lie there. And it's just, how can you say? It's just interesting. So last night went in, loads of young gentlemen, probably late 20s, well, early 20s, with their girlfriends. And they've obviously realised they've got to get Mother's Day presents. So at 11 o'clock at night, they're an hour left before the shop shuts, and they're running around thinking, crap, I need a card. There's only about 6 cards left, and we're all fighting over them. And then they're like running around with bottles of bubbly or trying to find chocolates and stuff. And you just think, yep, they were obviously busy thinking of something else. But it just seems just so commercial. You got to buy stuff for your mother. You got to get her a card. You got to do this. You got to do that. It's fine. Celebrate your mums. I'm not saying don't celebrate your mum, but I'm saying, really, do we need to have to buy all that shit just to make them happy, when you could just make some shit and they'd be happy? And that's the thing. Just, yeah, it's just one of those, it's a weird world. It's a really weird world. So I've got an itch. I've got one playing with my mic. Right, as I say, rubbish podcast. So, a few things to point out. First is we got... no, we didn't get any more messages. We've got no views on Amazon Music. So no one at all has listened to my podcast on Amazon Music. So it's just been pushed out there to Amazon Music, and no one's listening to it, which I find is kind of really, really weird, but kind of quite settling. I've just discovered as well that Spotify will do videos. So we could do video. But who really wants to see me sitting there, articulating with my... I do throw my arms around a lot. You do get a lot of arm throwing. So that happens. So you could watch that. But I still don't think people should... We were discussing last week, but maybe one of my colleagues, we were discussing the podcast. Because I do discuss it with people. Because I do concern about these things. And people don't admit to listening to it, which was nice. You don't really want to be seen listening to it, do you? But he said, had I thought of doing a cartoon of this just generalness, and then have people have a cartoon reenact the stories and stuff I'm saying. So it was a thought, but I can't do cartoons, and AI ain't going to work for me. So I have to work that one out. See if I can do that. Might be able to do a bit of onion skinning. Might be able to do a bit of onion skinning. I don't know. I just don't know. I did have other stories, but I can't remember what the other stories were. At some point, I'll remember, and we can talk about it. There might be another book that might be another. I'm finding all these books, to be honest, which is quite interesting. Right, where were we? Okay, we've got 5 minutes left in the chapter, and we're at 4% of the book, according to the Amazon bookie thing, Kindle. That's the buddy. Okay, right, 6 hours later. Okay, next question. Ooh. Right, let's start this. Are we all ready? Are we sitting comfortably? Have you got your tea and biscuits, or are you driving? If you're driving, please stay calm. We might be getting some sauciness. So if you could just keep your eyes on the road, please, and just concentrate. If you're with your partner next to you, then maybe this may get a little bit romantic, and you might want to think about steaming those windows up. Right, 6 hours later. Okay, next question. The weirdest place you've ever had sex, he whispers. I smirk. You can't ask me that. Yes, I can. I just did. It's rude. Says who? He looked around. It's just a question and nobody is listening. Jim and I have talked and whispered and laughed our way through the entire flight. I think out loud. That's a tough one. Why? I'm on a bit of a drought at the moment. I can hardly remember any sex. How long? He frowned. Oh, I look at the ceiling as I think. I haven't had sex in 18 months. She ought to get married, to be honest, or live with a long-term partner. 18 months, not long. His face falls in horror. What? It's lame, isn't it? I wince. Why is it lame? It just means you're just not putting it about. So how is that lame? Very. You need to up your game. They're very bad statistics indeed. I know, I giggle. Boy, we're so tipsy. Apparently this is flirting. I just don't get it. Why am I telling you all this stuff? I whisper. He's just some random guy I met on a plane who happens to be very interested in this subject. Why is that? He leans in and whispers to me so that a flight attendant can't hear us. I don't understand how someone as hot as you doesn't get fucked 3 times a day. Okay, 3 times a day. He's really going in for the kill, isn't he? I stare at him as I feel a tingle all the way up to my toes. Stop it. This guy is too old for me, and so not my type. He's not even 10 years older than you. And he's so old. His eyes drop to my lips, and the air between us zaps with electricity. How long are you here in New York? He asks. I watch his tongue dart out and lick his bottom lip in slow motion. I can almost feel it between my... ... Oh, I see. She's trying to hint that it's all about oral sex. Oh, I get it. Ridiculous. Just the afternoon. I have my interview at 6 tonight, and then I catch the last flight out, I whisper. Can you change your flight? Why? No. He smirks as he watches me. It's obviously he's imagining something. What, I smile. I wish we were on a private jet. Why is that? His eyes drop to my lips once more, because I break that drought of yours and initiate you into the Miles High Club. Miles High. I knew him. He went to my local school. Miles. Yeah. Lovely guy. I get a visual of climbing on top of him right now. It's Mile High Club, not Miles, I whispered. No, it's Miles. He smirks as his eyes darken. Trust me, it's Miles. Oh, this is shit. Something inside me snaps, and I want to say something crazy and out of the ordinary. No, yeah, I want to say something crazy and out of the ordinary. Never put margarine in a tumble dryer. I lean forward and whisper in his ear, you know, I've never been fucked by a stranger before. He's not really a stranger because we've been talking for 6 hours. I think we've gone past being strangers now. He inhales sharply as his eyes hold mine. Do you want to fuck a stranger? He murmurs as arousal thrums between us. Oh, sorry. I'm going to murmur it. I stare at him. This is so out of character for me. Yeah, that's because you've had a drought for 18 months, love. But I'm sure it wasn't out of character at one point. This man makes me... ... What, poo your pants? What? Don't be shy, he whispers. Tell me if we were alone right now. He pauses as he chooses his words. What would you give me, Emily? My eyes search his, and maybe it's the alcohol, or the lack of sex, or the fact that I know I'll never see him again. Or perhaps I'm just a total hoe. Right, so we're only on 4% into the book, and she's used a statement, I know I'll never see him again. So we blatantly know, in about 5 pages' time, maybe 10, she'll meet him again. Maybe. So, now I'm just a me, I breathe. I would give you me. Okay, just our eyes locked. And if forgetting we were where we were, he leans forwards and cups my face in his hands. Just like a whole hand, just a whole hand, just like splat in the middle of your face. I doubt it was that, but I just have this vision of him like go against her nose. His eyes are so blue, and a wave of arousal sweeps through me as he's at his touch. I want this man. I want all of this man, every last drop. Hot towel, Jessica for the flight attendant asks. Oh yeah. Come on, Jessica. Be the third wheel. Why don't you? Just cause the problems. We jump back from each other, embarrassed. What must they think of us? They've been watching us flirt shamelessly for the entire trip. Thank you, I stammer, as I take a towel from her. There's a snowstorm in New York, and we're going to have to circle for a while to see if we can land, she says. What happens if we can't, Jim asks. We'll fly to Boston and have an emergency layover for the night. You will be accompanied to you will be accommodated in a hotel. Of course. Accommodated. Put my teeth back in. We know in the next 10 minutes. I'll keep you updated. So, right. I just... Obviously... they're obviously going to go and stay in Boston, then. Thank you. She walks off to the other side of the plane and out of earshot, and Jim leans over and whispers, I hope New York freezes the fuck over. Now, Right. The other side of a plane. Let's work this one out. So if they're on one side of a plane and the lady walks to the other side of a plane, that would just literally be the seats next to them, because there's the front of a plane and the back of a plane and two sides of a plane, and she walks off to the other side of a plane. So she just literally leans the other way. She's not even walked off, because she can't walk off. She's on the gangway. Unless the planes can become extra wide in first class. Maybe they do. Maybe it's like the TARDIS. So you kind of walk into first class and it's like, whoa, all that space. And then it shrinks for the peasant class. Nerves dance in my stomach. Why is that? I have plans for us, he whispers darkly. Darkly? Why is it always darkly? How is it darkly? What time? How long we got? 60 minutes. I stare at him as my brain misfires. I've been teasing like a pro, but I'm really not that kind of girl. It's easy to be brave and slutty when there's no chance of anything happening. I begin to perspire. Why did I get so damn tipsy? Why did I tell him about my drought? That's supposed to be kept private. Fool. Another drink, Jim whispers. I can't have a job interview this afternoon. That won't be happening. Don't say that, I stammer. I want this job. No, it won't be happening because we've read the back of a book. And we know that he's interviewing someone later. And also, they stop over at Boston. So, yeah, I think we know what's going on here. Good evening, passengers. This is the captain speaking. A voice comes over the loudspeaker, and I close my eyes. Shit. Why does she have to say, why does she swear? I thought this is what she wanted. Due to a snowstorm in New York, we will be flying out on to Boston tonight and staying there. We'll return to New York early in the morning. Sorry for any inconvenience this has caused, but safety is our priority. My eyes meet Jim's, and he gives me a slow and sexy smile and raises his eyebrow. Oh no. Well, there we go. That's the end of that chapter. Oh, right. Right. It just gets just rude from that point onwards. So I think we'll have a short podcast tonight because I'm going to go to bed. I've had my tablets and I'm just tired. So yeah. Well, have a pleasant night, everyone. If you're listening at night, if you're listening today, I hope you have a good day. If you're doing anything like scraping paint, then I hope you're having a good time scraping paint. And if you're just at work, just listening, then stop it. You should be doing your work. Anyway, right. Well, have a pleasant evening, everyone, and I will go off and I might have a biscuit. I might go and have a biscuit. Everyone loves a biscuit. I'll have a biscuit, I think. But someone's eating all the hobnobs. So I'm a bit annoyed about that. So someone's eating the hobnobs. I was looking forward to hobnob. But anyway, right. Well, have a good time. Ta-ta for now. Toodle pip and all that. Bye.